So, good evening. So, let's check the audio. So, good evening. It's perfect. So, welcome to Pantech e-learning. So, today we are going to see about network security and cryptography. The webinar is conducted by KHAMMAM Institute of Technology and Science, and then program is organized by Department of Electronic and Communication Engineering. So, network security and cryptography. So, let me see about what is network and what is security, and both the combination of what we are doing in nowadays, and then what is cryptography. So, based upon the title wise, we will see. Okay, first of all, what are the networks available, what type of networks will be there, and then next we'll move on to security. Security means we have some security for networks and our data, so we are seeing about that security, and then cryptography. Okay, so this program is organized by Department of Electronic and Communication Engineering. I am giving special thanks to this department to conducting this wonderful webinar on network security and cryptography. First of all, I like to introduce myself. I am Kamalesh. I am from Pantech e-learning, and then let me start the webinar. Before we are going to start the webinar, I like to give some introduction to the college, KHAMMAM Institute of Technology and Science. So the principal of the college, that is secretary and correspondent of the college, is Sri Kota Apireddy, and then the principal of the college, Dr. P. Krishnamurthy, and then HOD and assistant professor of the college is the respective department is Sri Rajesh Gangunathi, and then associate professor, that is coordinator of this program, Sri N. Srinivas. Okay, so thank you for these four wonderful people to conducting this wonderful webinar on network security and cryptography. And then about department, they have engineering offers the courses of UG and PG levels. The hallmarks of these departments are very good, and infrastructure and faculty to provide the excellent education. The department aims at creating competent electronic and communication engineers to serve the needs of modern advanced technology and the nation of the whole. Okay, and then about college, the college name short form KITS has successfully completed 12 academic year for the case of technical education in this region, and we have been offering, the college have been offering the technical course like Viz or diploma or UG and PG in engineering and management discipline in a very conducive learning environment. So it is commendable that the college management has created modern infrastructure to make it possible for students to update the knowledge. Okay, so this is all about college. So if you need even more furthermore details, you can check it out in internet. So let me enter into the session, the network security and cryptography. So how we can working, and what is network and what is security, and if we are using network, definitely we will communicate about that also, we will discuss, and then we will go on to the session. Okay, so first of all, here we have a table of contents. So the table of content is nothing but it's just an introduction about all the communications networks, and then some other things. And then we have network security. So what are the network security we can do, and then concerns of network. Okay, so concerns of network means if we are using a network, what is the concerns? Okay, so that is important. So we are checking concerns of network, and then cryptography. Okay, so cryptography, what is cryptography, and we will see about cryptography. So this is what we are going to see. So first of all, introduction, and introduction is nothing but it's all about our first letter in our topic, network. So network is nothing but it's consisting of two or more computers that are linked in the order of to share their resources. Okay, so network is nothing but we need more than two computer. Okay, so more than two computer or more than two mobile device or more than any other device connected with one particular resource to share their knowledge or share their data means that is called network. Okay, so such as a printer and CDs and exchanging files. So this is a basic things. I hope everybody will know about this. Okay, what is network? Okay, so just recalling the definitions only. Okay, so what that is the network. And then communication. So communication is nothing but act of transferring information from one place or person or group to another. Okay, so we are sending a message to one person or another person to share the feedback or communicating with each other. That is called communication. Okay, so this is the network and this is the communication. So what is the difference between network and communication means computer networks are mainly dealing with a single node transmission across the different geographies. Okay, so computer network is nothing but we have only one single computer. Okay, so using those computer we can send the information anywhere means like we can send the information from here to we can like north side of the India, otherwise we can send around the world. Okay, but communication deals with the transmission of the data. Okay, so if you are sending any data to somewhere, that is the communication. Okay, so the communication deals with transmission of the data through the multiple nodes. Okay, through the different medium. That is, if you want to send those information to any other particular person, for example, I am a source and a destination in London means I am sending some information to the destination user, that is if to London. Okay, so between, if you want to transfer to the London person, I need to use some different type of nodes, that is multiple nodes. Here node is nothing but our PC or some other routers or some other transferring medium, and then we are transferring the data from here to there. So that is the communication versus network. Okay, so the types of network, we have wired network and wireless network. So this is basics. So wired network means LAN and MAN. Okay, so this one we are using as a wired manner, and wireless means we have Wi-Fi, that is WLAN, and we have Zigbee and Bluetooth, that is called as a WPAN, and the cellular GSM, LTE. Okay, so now we are using LTE, right, for 4G purpose. So LTE and GSM means like 2G or 3G. Okay, so I think GSM 3G, GPRS will be 2G. Okay, and then WPAN, Zigbee or Bluetooth, and now only we are using some application to share the data, like in our mobile phone we are using some other applications to transfer the data. But we have another one method also. Apart from Bluetooth, we have another one, that is infrared. Okay, so using infrared we can transfer the data, okay, by attaching of two mobiles near, and we can transfer the data. So that one I think when I am using in my school days. Okay, so Sony Ericsson mobile, like that we will use at the, and that mobile, and we are using infrared transferring the data, and then Wi-Fi and all now only it came. So normally they will call us some other port numbers. Okay, so IEEE 802, like that they will use some name, but now they changed into Wi-Fi 5 as a name. Okay, so because most of the persons will be don't know about what is IEEE 802.2, what is IEEE 802.n, like that they given the name of Wi-Fi, but now they changed it into the name Wi-Fi as a Wi-Fi. Okay, so Wi-Fi and GSM. So these are some of the network we are using. Okay, so types of network and the network topology. Okay, so this is the important one if you are taking a network related things means. Okay, so if you are connecting, if you are planning for any node connectivity or PC connectivity, or if you are planning for even one startup IT company also, we need this network topology. Okay, so network topology is an important one for transferring or for connecting the connecting the nodes between each other. Okay, so that is, it's a semantic description of the network arrangement, or normally they will call it as a connecting the various nodes, that is sender and receiver, through the lines of connection. Okay, so this is the basic topology of a network topology. So in network topology we have different types are there. Let me see about coming slide. But the topology is important if you are building on any type of network. Okay, whether it's a wired or wireless, it's not a problem, but this is important. Okay, so let me see one by one what are the topologies available in our network. Okay, so the types of network topologies like bus topology, ring topology, star topology, and then mesh topology, and then tree topology. Okay, so we have like this type of topology we have. Okay, so most of the persons will be know about those topology, but we will discuss quickly what is bus, what is ring, what is star, and what is mesh and tree. Then we will move on to then some of the different topics. Okay, so first of all, bus topology. Okay, so bus topology means generally like we have a what is generally, if you take normal bus. Okay, so we have one lengthy road means we have some stops in between. Okay, so we have first for few distance we have first stop, and then few distance we have second stop, like that we have a stop. Okay, like same thing only. Bus topology is a network type in which every computer and network device are connected to the single cable. Okay, so with the single cable we will connect all the information, all the nodes. Okay, so here nodes means nothing but PCs only, or laptops, or any other printers. Okay, so that is the node. Okay, so here each and every node will be connected with single cable. Okay, so using the drop line they will connect it with the single cable. So this is called bus topology. Okay, and then let's see what is the advantage and disadvantage, and then what are the features of bus topology. So future is nothing but it transmits the data only in one direction. Okay, so if you are taking a network, they have like bi-directional, unidirectional, and then some other bi and both bi and uni. So like that we have some other transactions will be there, transmitting data will be there, but it's transmit only one direction. Okay, whether want to send, otherwise whether want to receive. Okay, that is only one direction. Every device is connected with a single cable only. Okay, so that is one of the features. And then what is the advantage is the cost is effective. Okay, that is we need one single lengthy cable is enough to connecting all the computers, so that is cost is effective, and then cable record is least compared to the other network. Okay, so that's what I am telling you. So only just a single cable, the lengthy cable is enough to connecting all the computer, and compared to any other topology method, this one is good one. Okay, so we need less amount of cables, and it's very easy to understand and then easy to expand and joining the two cables together. Okay, so easy to understand means if you take any other different type of topology, it will be looking confused. Okay, which end want to join to which end, it's somewhat little bit complex, but here it's easy. But what is the disadvantage of bus topology is, like cable fails means whole network will be failed. Okay, so that is root cable. We are attaching each and every computer, so if the root cable is failure means everything will be failure. If network traffic is heavy or nodes are more than the performance of the network decrease, cable has been limited length. Okay, so that also one of the disadvantage. So this is the bus topology. When we enter into the ring topology, it's called as a normally ring. So name itself we have suggests it's a ring type. So we have mostly ring type of topology. Here you can see right side of the presentation. It's called as a ring topology because its form of ring as a ring computer is connected to the another computer. Okay, so the computer will be connected to the another computer in the form of ring, with the last one connected to the first. Okay, so that is we don't have generally if you take means last one will be connected to the first, and exactly two neighbors for each device. Okay, so that is the ring topology. Let's see what is the advantage and disadvantage of ring topology. So what is the future means, the number of repeaters are used for ring topology with a large number of nodes. Okay, so with large number of nodes we can use, and then dual ring topology. Okay, dual ring topology means we can transfer both sender and receiver like that, and then data transmission of the is in a sequential manner. Okay, so that is it's in a bit by bit. So sequential manner means like if you are sending any data to any person, it will be sent according to the bitwise. Okay, what is the first bit, then first it will be sent the first bit, then it will be sent the second bit, and then after that it will be sent the third bit, like that sequence manner only we will send the data. Okay, and then advantage, it will be transmit the network is not affected by high traffic by adding a more nodes. Okay, as only the nodes having a tokens can transmit the data. Okay, so here if you are adding an n number of nodes also it's not a problem, it will be perform high traffic only, and then it's very cheap to install and expand. Okay, because if you want to join, you just want to attach it, that's enough. Okay, so that's one of the advantage of ring topology. But the disadvantage of ring topology is troubleshooting is different in ring topology. That is, adding and deleting the computer disturb the network connectivity. Why? Because if I want to add in between computer C and D, if I want to add a new connection means I need to disconnect the B and C wire. Okay, then only I will connect a new one. So at the time if any file transferred between any other two different nodes means it may affect. So that is the use of ring topology. So that is the main disadvantage of ring topology. Then we have a star topology. Okay, so star topology will be accessed by using one hub. Okay, so hub, everybody will know about this hub. So using hub only we are transferring the data from one computer to another computer. In this type of topology, all the computers are connected to a single hub through a cable. Okay, so this is the hub, it's a central node, and all other nodes are connected to the central node. Okay, so like it seems like a centralized network, but it will be transfer the data based upon hub. Okay, So star topology features and advantages. First of all, we'll see the features. Every node has its own dedicated connection in the hub. Okay, so every node will have a connection in the hub, so we don't need to disturb any other nodes. But hub had as a repeater for the data flow. Okay, so hub that as a repeater means we can act as a repeater for a data flow and can be used with a twisted pair, okay, optical fiber or coaxial cable. Okay, so that is twisted pair. This is the type of cables and fiber cables, optical fiber cables we can use for the star topology. And what is the advantage and disadvantage of star topology is advantage is fast performance with a few nodes and low network traffic. Okay, so there is no network traffic between two nodes. Why? Because it will be connected with the center position. Okay, so center of the hub, so it's easily we can transfer the data, and hub can be upgraded easily, and then easy to troubleshoot. If anything problem will be occur, it will be easy to troubleshoot because it's just a single, each nodes have single connectivity, so we can easily trouble and easy to set up and modify also. Okay, only the node is affected which has failed, the rest of the nodes can be. So till now what we see in the before topologies, if anything problem with that nodes means it will be not transfer the data, but here we can transfer the data when any one of the node is not worked also. Okay, so that is the disadvantages of star topology. But disadvantages like cost of installation is high, okay, and then expensive to us. So we need to buy some high configuration type of hub, then only we will connect n number of nodes. So for that purpose we need, the cost of the installation is high, and the performance also based upon the hub. Okay, so if you are buying an low end device that is transferring the data between small amount of range bandwidth, means bandwidth type of hubs means it will be difficult to transfer a large amount of data. So we need to buy an high end type of hubs to transferring the data. Okay, so this is star topology. And then mesh topology, it's a point to point connection. Okay, so that is peer to peer connection. All the nodes which are having in my network all are connected with each other. Okay, so technically to data transmission, routing and flooding. Okay, they will use routing and flooding. Routing will be is nothing but nodes have a routing logic as per the network requirement, and then flooding is nothing but is the same data is transmitted to all the network node, hence the no routing logic is required. Okay, so this is the basic difference between mesh topology. And then what is the future of mesh topology is it's a fully connected layer. Okay, it's if I hear the word fully connected layers means that is like deep learning algorithm, so then generally they will call us the fully connected layers. So like that only, it's all each and every node will be connected with each other, that is called fully connected layers. And then robust, and then robust means it's a efficiency, and it's a flexible, not flexible. Okay, so this is futures. And then what are the advantage and disadvantage of mesh topology is, advantage is each connection can carry its own data load. Okay, so each connection will be carry their own data, so that's why it's robust. And then fault is diagnosed easily. If anything trouble with the network connection, it will be automatically easily diagnosed easily. Then it will be provide the security and privacy. Okay, why? Because if I want to transfer the data, okay, so here we have different type of PCs, like different type of nodes. If you want to transfer the data from A to D means we can easily transfer the data directly. Okay, so we don't need to send the data from A to B and B to D. We don't need to send. We can easily send the data directly. So we don't need this. So it's the most secure one, because if you want to send the if you are sending any data, means B will be not pass those data to the D. So typically it will be called as a network consent. Okay, so network consent, typically it will be called as a network consent. I will tell at last in this presentation what is network, what are the network consents we have. Then you will be comes to know about security. Okay, so that is the advantage of mesh topology. And then tree topology, in as in the name itself we have suggest tree is nothing but we have like branches, and then we have like some other hierarchical it's like a hierarchical topology. Okay, so it's as a root node, and then they have all other nodes are connected with the forming of hierarchy, and then it should be at least have 3 level of hierarchy. Okay, so 3 level of hierarchy. So this is a tree topology. And then advantage and disadvantage of tree topology and features is, it's ideal if workstations are located in a group. Okay, so that is, it's mostly used for wide area network, WAN. Mostly it will be used for wide area network type of topology. And then advantage is extension of bus and star topology. That is we have bus, we already seen bus and star topology, right? So its extension of bus and star is this one. That is both the combination of bus and star, and the nodes is possible and easy. It's easily managed and maintained, and then error detection also easily done. Okay, so what are the disadvantages? Highly cabled, that is heavily cabled, means we have n number of cables, we can't find if anything problem will be occur. And then the cost also different, and it's more, if more nodes are added, maintenance, it's difficult to center the hub files. Okay, so that is the tree topologies. So that's it about the topologies. Let we enter into the network security, because now we seen about network, what is network and what are the topologies we have, and why we are using network. Now what is the second word of in our title is security, right? So we will see about some of the things about security, then we will see about cryptography. Okay, so the combination of this all the things, network security and cryptography. So now let me see the security. So before that we need to know what are the types of security we have, like computer security, network security, and then internet security. Okay, so computer security is a name that collection of tool designed to protect the data and the hackers. Okay, so computer security means it's a tool. Okay, like tool is nothing but, like if you are using your PC or laptop, you need to use some software, right? Some tools of software to protect those data from the hackers. Okay, so that is the use of computer security. Okay, generally computer security means normally in Windows we have what is that? Windows Defender, right? So Windows Defender is example for computer security. And the network security, so method to protect the data during the transmission. Okay, so during the transmission we need to protect the data, so that is network security, like firewall protection. And then internet security means it's method to protect data during the transmission, overall the collection of interconnected networks. Okay, so that is internet security. So these are the types of securities we are covering with computer security, and that is this one. Okay, then goals of information security. What is the main goal of information security is, we already seen in the what is that, cyber security topic, CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity and availability. Okay, so we already seen even in cyber security topic also. So if you are new to this channel, you can subscribe the channel and hit a bell icon it will be useful for you. Definitely we will daily post 2 videos live webinar on different type of domains. It will be useful for you, and don't forget to hit a bell icon. Okay, so let me come to the session. So we have totally 3: confidentiality, integrity and availability. So these are the one of the major information security purpose we are using. Okay, let me see what are the how we can secure those things. Okay, so first of all you need to know what is confidentiality. It prevents unauthorized use or disclose of the information. Okay, so that is the use of this one. And then integrity, it safeguard the accuracy and completeness of information. Okay, so it will be safeguard, that is, if you have any personal data, it will be safeguard your data. Okay, then availability, that is authorized users have reliable and timely to access the information. Okay, that is availability. Okay, so let me see some of the information security techniques in the goal of CIA. Okay, so first one is access control. In name itself we have suggest ability to permit or deny the use of object by a subject. That is, it provides a 3 essential service. That is, access control will be provide the 3 essential services. One of the 3 essential is, first one is authentication. Authentication is nothing but who can log in. Okay, generally if you are creating one account, means you are the person know your password, but in some way you have a data, you are encrypting or decrypting the data, means otherwise if you are sharing any data in your Google Drive. Okay, so who can log in, that is who can access those data, means we will give the email ID of the particular person and we will share the link only for that particular person only, they will see the data. Okay, like that is authentication. And authorization is nothing but what authorized user can do. Okay, that is, if any person will be access those data, is just want to read only or read and write only also we can do. That is authorization. And then accountability. Accountability is nothing but identifies what a user did. Okay, so what a user did, that is the use of accountability. Okay, this is the access control. And then authentication. So authentication is nothing but verify or provide the user identity. Okay, so the term user may refers to person or applications or process or machine or device. Okay, so anyway we can access those data. Okay, like only one person can access the data. Otherwise any application, we will integrate those application with using some API keys. Those application will be access the data. Otherwise machine or devices. Okay, so machine or your mobile phone or devices can access those data. Okay, so that is the use of authentication. Then identification comes before the authentication. So provide the username to establish the user identity is thing. Okay, then authentication we have like passports types, and we have passwords, and we have PIN. With this one we will already know. And you can use like token or smart cards or passcodes or RFID tags for authentication purpose, or you can use biometrics such fingerprint or iris scanner or signature or voice for authentication. Okay, so generally here you can see this is called as a tokens. E-tokens means like pen drive, like we have, if you are connecting the e-token in that PC, means we can definitely we can check it out. And then we have RFID cards, and then we have smart cards, and then we have fingerprint scanners. Okay, so these are the some of the tokens we are using for smart cards and fingerprints and all. Okay, and then goals of information security. Okay, so the goals of information security is all about a trusted network, strong authentication, and two-factor authentication and authorization. That is, we have even more lot, but I short form that some of the goals of information. Trusted network means we need some authentication type of network. That is, you need to access your data using authorized network and strong authentication, two-factor authentication. Like if you are want to log in to any email ID, nowadays we are using two-factor authentication, right? So two-factor authentication. And the next one we have authentication with authentication. That is, till now we seen about authentication, authorization, that and that. Okay, but what is the main difference between authentication and authorization is this one only. Okay, so if you are a client, okay, you are using, you are looking for something, means that is authentication mechanism. Okay, that is, after if you are doing authentication mechanism, the service will be provide you something that is called authorization. Okay, so this is the main thing about authentication versus authorization. So generally the definition is authentication is simply identify a party, and authorization defines as whether they can perform the certain action or not. Okay, then types of access control. So we can access like using centralized access control or decentralized access control. So till now we are using mostly centralized access control only, like in our mobile banking system or e-banking system or e-commerce website. So for that purpose we are using centralized access control only, but decentralized access control is the one of the secured one. Within few more years we will definitely achieve the decentralized network type of network. Example is blockchain. We will achieve the decentralized network also. Okay, so then we already know about layers, that is layers of OSI model. Like if you are sending any data from the one person to another person, definitely your data will be go through these layers only. That is application layer, and then presentation layer, and then session layer, and then OSI layer, that is transport layer, and then network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. Okay, so if you are a sender, means first we will through any application you are sending any data, right? Those data will be moved to next layer like downside. And if you are receiver, means like this you can receive the data. Okay, so this is general information about OSI model layers. But why I am placing this picture in this PPT means because it's an important thing. Network means we need to definitely tell about those layers, and then between these layers also we have some attacks will be happen. Okay, so these are the attacks happen in different type of layers, like in physical layers, in data link layers, that is in layer 2 we have PPTP or token ring, and then we have attacks like ARP spoofing or MAC flooding, and then in layer 3 we have ping or ICMP flood, and in layer 4 we have TCP track and routing attack or synchronous flooding. So like that we have, for different type of layers we have different type of attacking is there. Okay, for example, generally if you take an application layer, we have domain name service poisoning. Okay, so that is domain name service means if you, and I hope everybody will know about DNS. Okay, domain name service. If you are using a mobile phone, each mobile phone has some DNS. Okay, like Geo or anything, SIM's name. Okay, that is poisoning, DNS poisoning or phishing. Phishing is nothing but some of the unauthorized URL, okay, and SQL injection, and then spam or scam, like that some attacks will be there. And then in transport layer we have TCP attack, that is transfer control protocol attack, or routing attack, or SYN flooding, or sniffing, like that. We have different type of attacks will be happen in different type of each layer, okay. So for that purpose only we are using this network concerns of network, okay. So the concerns of network also one of the important topic if you are taking an internet network security. So generally what is the concerns of network means, like we already know confidentiality, integrity, and then authentication, and we added another one, non-reputation, okay. So these are the concerns of network. Confidentiality is nothing but like we have A and B, okay. So we have A and B, not a C. So if you want to send the message, we can directly send the message A and B, but if you take an integrity, C will change the message. For example, if I am sending any message to the B, okay, so if I sending the any message to the B, in between C will be change some message information and transfer to B. So that is integrity. And then non-reputation is nothing but no proof of receiver, that is C will receive some message, but the message will be, there is no proof who will send the message, either A or B, okay. Then authentication may be C in the name of A, that is if they receive the A, B will be receive the message, but what is the main thing is C only sending those messages with the name of A, okay. That is the concerns of network. So to overcome those concerns we need to use some ciphertext, that is we need to use some cryptographic technique, okay. Now we see network security, and then we will see about cryptography. So that is we are reading if you have any data, we need to encrypt those data, okay. So if you are doing encryption, the encryption data that is original data will be converted into the one text type, that is called ciphertext type. Then we are attaching some key, okay, that is some bit amount of numerical values. To open that key we need that numerical values or alphabetical values to open that data, okay. So that is called encryption and decryption. Generally they will call as a encryption means that the sender will convert the original information into the another form and then send the unintelligible message over the network, that is in encryption. Decryption is nothing but reverses the encryption process in order to transform the message back to the original form, that is decryption, okay. So there is a two types of encryption and decryption technique, that is privacy with secret key encryption or decryption, privacy with public key encryption or decryption, okay. So let me see what is those things, but you can see once again the encryption decryption technique. So if I have a plain text, for example A, B and C, we need to do this plain text into the encryption means I will be converted those message into ABC into some other symbols, okay. So some other symbols I will converting into the ciphertext. Then after that I will transfer over the network. I will transfer over the network to the other user, that is for example if we have a user here, B user, I will transfer to the B user. Then between this process I will share the key of the message also, okay. So when B will be receive the message, B will use this key, decrypt the message and see the message ABC, okay. So that is the encryption and decryption technique. And then let me see about types of cryptography. So symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography, that is sending with the key and decrypting the key. Also we have two types. One is symmetric key cryptography, that is symmetric key is nothing but all the user have some common keys. For example here you can see the user K1 have a key K1. Okay, so if you are sending any message, user B will be, that is user K2 will be decrypt the message using the public key of K1. Okay, so that is the symmetric key cryptography. Asymmetric key cryptography is nothing but each user have one public key and then private key. Okay, so if A want to send them any message to the B, A will be convert the message, that is encrypt the message with the B's public key. Okay, with the B's public key, then transfer to the B, and then B will be decrypt the message with B's private key. Okay, so this one is one of the secured one compared to symmetric key cryptography. Okay, and this is what I need to tell you about the whole webinar. Okay, so the network security and cryptography. I hope everybody will understood about this topic, how we can do the network security and cryptography. Okay, so we are conducting an internship, IIT technical training program internship starts on the 3rd August 2013, and the duration is 5 days. Each day is 2 hours. Okay, so till it's going on. If you wanna join, you can join. The fee structure of 5 days training program is 300 for non-ISF members and then 350 for ISF members. And then we conducting the 15 days internship program also. So if you wanna join, you can join. The fee structure of 15 days is 1600 per student for IIT members. If you are non-IIT members, the fee structure is 1750 per student. Okay, so if you wanna join, you can join for 15 days also. And if you wanna join those internships, you can contact these 3 numbers: Mr. Sendil Kumar, Mr. Srinivasan, and Mr. Kumarasamy, who are coordinating these webinars and internships. So if you wanna join, you can call to these numbers, they will help you. And thank you for this wonderful webinar by the respected college. The college is KITS. Thank you for the particular department also, Electronic and Communication Engineering, conducting this wonderful webinar on network security and cryptography. So if you need furthermore details regarding upcoming events and information, you may contact us on WhatsApp and then Telegram channel also. Okay, so thank you for this opportunity. Thank you all.